All right. So far, we've done the no first term coefficient, like x squared plus bx plus c, where you put two sets of parentheses down, split up the first term, x and x, and then look at the signs, and whatever multiplies to be this adds up to be this. Okay? We've done it where we have a first term coefficient, but that's a greatest common factor that's factored out. Okay? And so that was that second worksheet that we did. Here, we'll have a first term coefficient that if we can take out a greatest common factor, we do that. But if they don't, and we still have a first term coefficient in front of here, we have to handle it different than these without a first term coefficient. Okay? So you have to recognize which way to factor. Now, we're going to have more factoring patterns and more factoring patterns coming up. Okay? So there will be all kinds of different factoring patterns that we're going to take a test over, and you're going to have to spot, okay, if it looks like this, I do this. If it looks like this, I do this. If it looks like this, I do this. And a lot of them look very similar. So this is the AC method, where you multiply A and C together. Okay? So see how this is AX squared? But when we split up the first term, it's just AX and AX. Okay? We don't go AX squared, we go AX and AX. Okay? Multiply A and C together. Okay? Then you list the factors of A and C. Okay? They need to add up to B. And you put those in parentheses, and then you take out the greatest common factors. So here we go. For this one, put down two sets of parentheses. We're going to go 5x and 5x. We're going to multiply 5 and negative 14 to be negative what? 70. Okay? Factors of negative 70 are 1 and 70, 2 and 35. 3 doesn't go in there. 4 doesn't go in there. 5 goes in there 14 times. 6 doesn't go in there. 7 goes in there 10 times. Okay? The signs are the same or opposite? Opposite. The bigger one is negative. So which of these adds up to negative 3? So we go plus 7 minus 10. Now, what's the greatest common factor of this one? There really isn't one, right? So it's 1. What's the greatest common factor of this one? 5. So we divide each of these by 5. Now, we do not take it out front like we did with the normal greatest common factors. That's the only difference with this. We just divide it and it disappears. So the answer is 5x plus 7 times x minus 2. And that's our answer. Because if we would FOIL this, what's 5x times x? 5x squared. Outers is negative 10x. Inners is plus 7x, which adds up to negative 3x minus 14. We got it. Okay? That's called the AC method, because we multiply A and C together. Let's do that again. Okay? So, can't take out the greatest common factor, so we just put 2x and 2x here. A times C is what? 6, negative 6. So 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Signs are the same or opposite? Opposite sign, the bigger one is negative. So 1 and negative 6 add up to negative 5. So it's plus 1 minus 6. Greatest common factor this is 1. Greatest common factor this is 2. So it's 2x plus 1 times x minus 3. Bada bing, bada boom, we're done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. C. Do I put 8x and 8x down? And the answer is no. Because if you can take out a greatest common factor first, that's what you need to do. Greatest common factor is 2. So we take out a 2 first, and we're left with 4x squared minus 11x minus 3. Now we do the AC method. So the 2 stays on the outside, and I'm going to have 2 sets of parentheses. So then I use a bracket to say, hey, these parentheses are different than the brackets, because I have parentheses inside parentheses, which gets confusing. So if I use brackets with parentheses, it's not quite so confusing, because I know which was where. So 4x here, 4x here. What's 4x? What's 4 times 3? 12. So we have a negative 12 here. So 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Okay, signs are opposite. The bigger one is negative. So the only thing to make 11 is positive 1 and negative 12. Greatest common factor of that is 1. Greatest common factor of that is 4. So the 2 stays on the outside. When you take the greatest common factor out, it stays the whole problem long. Some of you didn't do that. Some of you just dropped it after a while when you did your first worksheets. You can't drop it. It stays on the outside. So then you have 4x plus 1 and divide these by 4x minus 3. Factoring. I think you've got it down, right? We don't have to do D or E. Okay, because we're going to do this. Now we're going to solve equations. Okay? When we solve an equation, we need one side equal to 0. So 4x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals 0. Is there a greatest common factor I can take out? No. So it's 2 sets of parentheses, 4x and 4x. 4 times 6 is 24, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Signs are opposite. The bigger one is negative. Which ones make negative 5x? Positive 3 and the negative 8. Greatest Greatest common factor of that is 1. Greatest common factor of that is 4. So it's 4x plus 3 times x minus 2 equals 0. So I'm not done yet. When there's an equation, you're not done. You got to keep going. So 4x plus 3 equals 0. X minus 2 equals 0. 4x equals negative 3 divided by 4 divided by 4. X equals negative 3/4. X equals 2. So, step by step by step. Some of these take 5 or 6 steps to solve. Okay? Take your time. Get them solved right. B. What's the first step there? Get one side equals 0. 10x squared minus 17x plus 3 equals 0. Is there a greatest common factor I can take out? Nope. So, two sets of parentheses. 10x and 10x. Multiply 10 and 3 together. You get 30. Factors of 30 are 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10. 4 doesn't go in there. 5 and 6. All right. The signs are the same. They are both negative. Which of these adds up to negative 17? Negative 2 and negative 15. Greatest common factor of that is 2. Greatest common factor of that is 5. So it's 5x minus 1, and it's 2x minus 3. So you get 10x squared. Outers is negative 15x. Inners is negative 2x, which is negative 17x plus 3. Thank you, Mr. Bierschbach. I got it wrong because he didn't keep going. So 5x minus 1 equals 0. 2x minus 3 equals 0. 5x equals 1. Divided by 5. X equals 1/5. 2x minus 3 equals 0, so 2x equals 3. Divided by 2. X equals 3/2. What do you notice about when I solve it? I have a lot of fractions. You're going to get fractions today when you solve these. Okay, let's do one more. 6x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals 0. Can I take out the greatest common factor? No. So it's 6x and 6x. Multiply these two together to get negative 36. Factors of negative 36 are 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, 6 and 6. Signs are opposite. The bigger one is negative. Which ones work? Plus 4 minus 9. What's the greatest common factor of these two? 2. Greatest common factor of these two? 3. So it's 2x plus, or it's 3x plus 2. And 2x minus 3 equals 0. So 3x plus 2 equals 0. 2x minus 3 equals 0. 3x equals negative 2 divided by 3. X equals negative 2/3. 2x equals 3 divided by 2 divided by 2. X equals 3/2. That's what we do. Okay, you guys already have it. So you guys can get started on this worksheet. It's only one-sided. What? Okay. Some of you have it, some of you don't. That's fine.